Hi, this is Jenny with Norna's Scraps, and today I'm going to be creating a basic word book that is going to be approximately the size of a 4.25 card by 5-inch card. I think that's A2 if I'm not wrong. So that you can make it, you can send it, you can place it into a small envelope or a small padded envelope and share it with whomever you choose. The first thing you're going to do, oh, and by the way, this can be accomplished in any number of softwares. Now, I use Make the Cut. I'm used to it. I'm familiar with it, but Cricut Craft Room has some basic shapes. You can, as long as you can weld, and as long as you can have some layers in your design, you're going to do fine with this. We will be using a lot of layers, and we will be turning the layers off and on quite frequently. So, let's begin. The first thing I've done is I have already from the basic shapes selected a square. I sized my square to 5.5 inches wide and 4.25 inches high. I'm now going to duplicate this square onto a new layer, and I'm going to take the new square and move it to its own layer. I want my letters to be approximately an inch wide. So I'm going to adjust the width of this to 4.5. And now you can see it's going to fit on top of my template, but it's going to allow 1 inch for the width. The next part that I want to do to this particular section of the design is add some holes. So I'm going to place this page on the mat, aligning it with the grid. I'm going to go to my basic shapes, select circle, bring it into this layer, now I'm going to move it to its own layer. I'm going to adjust the size of the circle to under 1/4 of an inch, so that I need to lock my aspect ratio and choose height or width in 0.2. It's a tiny circle. You can see that I've got 4 inches here, and so I'm going to want 4 to 5 circles. I'm going to duplicate this circle, Control D, column wise 1, rows 4, and I'm going to go approximately 1 inch apart and apply. I love that feature. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to join, Control J, these circles, and move over on top of the page. If I place them here, they're pretty close to the edge, so I'm going to place them between 1/4 and 1/2 an inch. I'm going to select the holes and the page, right click on the screen, align in space, align, horizontal center, and now the holes are placed exactly where I need them to be for this particular project. While it's still everything is still selected, I'm going to Control J and join. What that does is every page now that I duplicate from this will have its holes in it, and that's what I want. So now select them all, unlock my template now because I need to do a little manipulation with it. Select it all, align in space, align bottom, again right click on the screen, align in space, align left. And now you can see, if I zoom in, that all of my pages are perfectly stacked. I am going to select the blue pages and I'm going to turn off all of my blue layers. I want to use the word play because it is going to be a little picture book that I have photos of my grandkids playing around the house. Okay, now I need to start adding my letters. What I've done is I've used the installed font Snap. I believe it was a free download from probably DeFont. I use them quite a bit. I select my add group of characters. Alignment really doesn't matter. I stay on centered, split by glyphs, no rotation, and accept. All capital letters. Cute font. Now I'm going to take each glyph or each letter individually. Because I have a 1-inch space that I have to fill up with my letter, I'm actually going to size the letters. Probably I could do it like this, or I could come up to my height and width, and I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to put a height of 1 and a width of 1.1. The reason I went with 1.1 is because I need it to overlap onto my pages. You'll see that in just a second as I go through my workbook. It's going to have to overlap in order to weld into my page. I'm going to now take my letters and start positioning them overlapping the pages and the red template. I want my P to come to the top, so with that positioned, I'm going to select all. I have to unlock my blade. I'm going to select all, right click, align, align, top. So now I can actually turn off my letter P and just align the Y to the bottom. Right click, align, align, bottom. And now you can see the shadow of the P, so I'm going to put the L right there and the A right there. And I'm a little concerned about that A. There is not a lot for it to fasten to, so I think I'm going to actually rotate that so that the top of the A comes into the blue. And I'm just going to play with spacing between the two. Turn on all my letters and adjust them. Right click, align in space, align. I can go left or let's go right. Right. And I think I'll join them now. Control J to join. And now if I need to pull them over into my book for welding purposes, I can. And I'll just pull them to the left a little bit. You can see that they're more aligned. And now once again I'm going to select right click, shape magic, and split. Now I'm back to glyphs, and I'll take and put them each to Okay, now over on my layers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start moving pages in between letters. So I have a Y in a page, an A in a page, L in a page, and then the P. And I'm going to turn off everything, right off. Like I said, we're going to be using lots of layer features. I'm going to show the layer with the P in the page, nothing else, select it, and weld. I'm going to go to the trash can that says empty layers. I am going to leave my template off, turn on all my layers, and I have created a little workbook. Turn to my square, basic shapes. I think I'm going to go with a rounded square just for something different. And I'm going to pull it to its own layer, color it its own color, and then I'm going to size it. And it can be 3.75 inches square, and that gives me a little bit of background on the page. And there you have it. I'll be cutting formats, or depending on how many I want to use, but this is my word book, and I hope you enjoy this. I hope you've learned a few things about using layers, and I hope you make lots of little word books to share with your friends.